Good morning, everybody. I am Vicente Cerverón from the University of Valencia. I am proud to be here invited to talk you about smart cities for a sustainable life. Even in these peculiar circumstances, this is a subject that is interesting for us because we all expect we will go on, and after that we will need to be more worried even about sustainability, about the future of our cities, about doing our best for our cities. As I told you, my name is Vicente Cerverón. I am Associate Professor at the Department of Computer Science, the School of Engineering, the University of Valencia. You have the web pages of the School of Engineering at the University of Valencia. University of Valencia is one of the largest, oldest, and most varied in Spain, with more than 500 years of history. We have all the academic areas from basic and applied science and technology through health science, social sciences, humanities, and education. More than 50,000 students, 4,000 professors and lecturers, 92 departments, and 16 research institutes. These are the oldest buildings of our university, and we have three modern campuses. The one of Blas Ibáñez, this is in the center of the town of Valencia, the one of Taron Church, and the one in close towns to Valencia that are Burjasot Paterna, where there are the faculties related with science and technology, physics, mathematics, biology, chemics, pharmacy, and the School of Engineering. And in this campus is also the scientific part of the university, where there are the research institute. One of these I will talk you later. And you are my audience today, the network of towns. You are various towns of different sizes, of 7 European countries. You are working, you are worried, you are rethinking the future of Europe. So for my speech, I will talk you about smart cities. What is the concept, some concept associated with smart cities, and especially consideration about smart cities, their definition, their use, their development. I will show you some examples and case studies of smart cities, and I will translate you some international initiative about sustainability and smart cities. So our first question should be, what is a smart city? But this is not our main problem, not what is a smart city. Our essence is how to deal with problems and how to offer the best services to citizens. Here you have some of the problems to be faced in cities. We have problems of mobility and traffic congestion, and we have to manage the building and public space. You have to manage precious resources as water and energy. We have to deal with the global warming to diminish the carbon emissions. We have to proceed with the best management and administration of services. And this is not a problem of big cities. This is our problem for every town, every city, regardless their size. We might find proposed solutions already existing in different cities in the world, using information and communication technologies to get more sustainable and more efficient towns, more sustainable houses and buildings, the efficient use of resources, efficient and sustainable transport, better urban planning, better administrative management, better information to the citizen. So we are talking about intelligence, human intelligence powered by technology, because rulers and also citizens have ideas to improve public services. But how to do it? Some of these ideas can now be carried out thanks to the communication and computing capabilities. So, where is our starting point? We might see some of the opportunities of smart cities. You see traffic management, smart health, water quality, public safety, gas and water leak detection, smart energy, smart street lights, improvements in education, control of air pollution, smart parking, open data, smart buildings, smart home, smart environment, waste management, electric vehicle, a lot of possibilities. So, which should be our starting point? I propose a first approach to take advantage of data provided by existing infrastructure. We have existing infrastructure that produce data, and with open data policies I will talk later, we have to take advantage of that. Even we might install sensor of networks. We connect the network, we have our new networks with new sensor we install, and we will encourage the citizen participation through information and communication technology tools, and for instance apps in their smartphones or other channels, because the citizen is the key. The key to success is citizen participation. It's not enough to optimize the available resources. We must visualize improvements. We must involve the citizens, because an attractive city is the key to attract and retain citizens, but also business and tourists. Citizens can provide useful data through apps and all available. This use of intelligent technology might generate smart territories, and smart territories are associated with innovation. We must gather and process all available information that has the structured data but also non-structured data. We must encourage innovation that are citizen-centered innovation, not our innovation. Instead, is citizen-centered innovation, and data can be used to address societal challenges and create business opportunities. Here we have a diagram representing components and characteristics of the smart cities. The smart cities, they have technological factors, institutional factors, and human factors that affects the development of the smart city. And the smart city try to develop some characteristics such as a smart economy, a smart environment, a smart government, a smart people, a smart mobility, and a smart living. In that aspect, the University of Valencia have some expertise. As I told you, in the science part of the University of Valencia, there is the Research Institute of Robotics and Information and Communication Technologies, in which the LICIT research group is working since 1991 in the Integrated Laboratory of Intelligent Systems and Technologies of Traffic Information, especially with traffic, mobility, and in general some other problems of the cities. Special thanks to Professor Juan José Martínez Durá and Antonio García Celda to their contributions to this speech. The smart mobility, that is one of the characteristics of smart cities, and it's one of the areas we are specialists in our university is about the change of habits, it's about the new mobility options, car sharing, car rental, dynamic parking, some of the characteristics you can see in the diagram. But the town must have a strategy, and then we must establish a planning. To develop a smart city, we should have a series of initiatives on the characteristics of the city that are developed through specific projects using components having in our city. We must avoid to implement really cool initiatives that are not integrated into a plan, to not create isolated initiatives. And we must prioritize according to our criteria. So this is the designing of a smart city roadmap. First, from at the left, from the analysis of the municipality, we have to consider the existing problems and the actuation environments, and from that we define the actions and the stage. And the actions of the stage, we should prioritize the actions according to political criteria, according to the citizens' opinion, and according also to the opinion of the expert, of the technical expert, and we should combine in a roadmap defining the actions, the calendar of the actions, and the priority. In the light of the smart cities, we have the information cycle. The information cycle is from the start, salida in Spanish. When we have the Internet of Things, we have Wi-Fi sensors, and we acquire data. We have lot of data that constitutes the big data. Big data that we have to store in storage devices that might be in our servers, might be in cloud architectures, and we should process that data through business intelligence, with artificial intelligence, deep learning techniques, and to generate information. This information should be broadcast to the users, to the citizens, to everyone that needs this information. And this is the new start. This is the finish, but the finish is the new start. From the data, from the diffusion, we will get more data, more actions, more citizens interacting with the smart city services to proceed in the information cycle. At the start of the information cycle are the sensors, but not isolated sensors. We also need to have a network of sensors. All sensors should be connected one each other, and this with the central services to create a network of sensors needed for a smart city. What sensor we have in the smart city? We also have a lot of sensors about air pollution, about the structural health, about electromagnetic levels, about traffic congestion, about smart lighting, about water leakages, about waste management, about water quality, about most of the things you can see in this picture. But not only the sensors the municipality or the companies install, we also have the Internet of Things. Also citizens, also another elements are physical objects with the ability to connect and communicate with others, and provide data on their state or on the elements they sense. This is we call the Internet of Things. So we have several applications, several sources of data, several processing, and this might not be the best. The best is to search for interoperability. This is why we need a smart city platform, some platform to integrate, to have the information about all the sources of information in the city, from sensor, from social network, from application, to integrate all this information to have a holistic database that explode the information and it provide to information to application, to visualization application, to control centers, to other applications. For that purpose, it's interest that our cities, our towns adopt open data policies. Open data policies that we have in this figure, that open your data to anyone who might use it. You should open the data set. You have a data set, but it creates innovation that you put this data available for those who want to take advantage of them. Public and private institutions. This both increases transparency, involves citizens in decision making, and creates business opportunities good for our cities. And we should consider that we are talking about big data. Big data is the set of data we have now in the world, we have in each city, in each data, that are not only the data we have in our databases in the computer center of the municipality. This is a set of data with a high volume of data with variety of data, because we have structured data, but we also have unstructured data, such as the text, the message, the opinions of the citizens in the social networks, the videos, the pictures, all this combination. And we have data produced at a high velocity, so we have to cope with this environment. Now we will see some examples on case studies. You can also Google about smart city examples or smart city sample cases or just smart cities, and we get different results depending on your location about smart city cases close to your location. But for instance, the Amsterdam Intelligent Light Project, that consists of a public lighting that allows to adjust the lighting according to the situation or need of the place where they are deployed. The authorities can adapt the intensity of the light according to the climate or change its color. Lamps consume less energy than conventional ones. Another interesting project is Singapore, with the city has an immense network of sensors connected to the internet that collects data in real time of the functioning of the different aspects of the city. These sensors allow, for example, to detect the risk of flooding of drains, to try to avoid traffic jams, to provide information on public transport, find a free parking, detect air quality, and several aspects. Santiago de Chile is another case to study that has launched the business park Ciudad Empresarial, that is a smart city project including intelligent management of the electricity grid, increasing the system energy efficiency and care for the environment. An initiative taking into account information screens, electronic vehicles, public Wi-Fi, lighting controls, and domotic buildings in that environment that is the business park Ciudad Empresarial. A really interesting project is the London Data Store. The London Data Store is a free and open data sharing portal where anyone can access data relating to the capital. This open data policy I talked you before. You are a citizen, you are a business owner, you are a researcher, you are developing, you have access to 700 data sets to help you to understand the city, and you can contribute and develop your solutions to London's problems. And what in Spain? In Spain, we have lots of initiatives, and for instance, we have a network. We have the Red de Ciudades Inteligentes. You have here the web page that is an association that aims to generate a Spanish network of smart cities. The network, as your network terms, the network also generate collaboration, and this collaboration in the smart city which try to promote automatic and efficient management of urban infrastructures and services, sharing best practices, reducing public spending, improving the quality of service. Some of the cities in the towns are shown now, like Santander. Santander has developed intelligent city project, a smart city project that you can read here its characteristics, strategy connecting all the services and important life information of the city about traffic, rain, urban furniture, import condition available to all citizens, and these several things will be achieved such as the services of the municipality faster and more effective to fix any problem. They deployed 20,000 sensors, have been connected and installed through the Smart Santander that are almost sensing anywhere you can imagine: fountains, litters, bins, parks, banks. These sensors are capable of measuring almost road traffic, parking, waste management, a lot of things. At another level, we have, for instance, Elche, that is in the Valencian region, that was one of the intelligent cities that was able to take advantages of the subsidies given by Europe. They have achieved the approval of the European Union for a project in 2014, and also an additional and more important funding in 2017 to develop intelligent problems that are already carrying out to use quality and access to technologies to reduce carbon, take responsibility for the environment, and enhance energy efficiency. In Valencia City, we have a really interesting smart city project that is named Valencia Ciudad Inteligente, and in this web page you have in the slide, you have the information in English, because I think it might interest you since it's a renowned and awarded project in Europe. Valencia Intelligent, that is the VLCI, helps in the modernization of city services toward the digital transformation, and the smart city services are actually with the aim to offer continuous improvement. This is the office to canalize, to center, to coordinate all the efforts in the development of a smart city in Valencia. but Valencia is a medium-sized city. But for instance, Torrent, that is a town close to Valencia, to really a smaller size than Valencia, has a complex smart city planning with a set of actions. For instance, one of these actions is the Intelligent School Routes project, which combines vertical and horizontal signs, urban action, smart cross walls, Bluetooth change for children, sensors, and app for families. And this is a nice sample of actions in projects of smart cities. And also to show you one of the projects we have developed from the University of Valencia, we developed the Smart Strategic Planning from La Eliana, also a small town in this area, where we develop some dimensions and the different dimensions about the social innovation and quality of life, the government, business and economy, sustainable mobility, and energy efficiency and environment. All of this integrated, because integration, the planning and promotion is a crucial aspect of the development of a smart city. Finally, I will present you an international initiative that took in Valencia half a year ago under the name of Connecting Smart Sustainable Cities with the Sustainable Development Goals. This initiative is sponsored and is led in the world by the International Telecommunications Union. And this event in last October in Valencia, you might find information in English in that web pages with information of the view of the event and the program conference and even videos of all the participation you can watch and are really. One of the contents of the initiative is the United for Smart Sustainable Cities, the U4SSC, that, as you might read, is an United Nations initiative that try to respond to the Goal 11, make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. And one of the ways to do that is encourage public policy to use the information and communication technologies to facilitate and ease this transition to smart, sustainable cities. In that work, they define some key performance indicators, the KPIs, for consider, for measure, for planify the smart sustainable cities. The KPIs structure, it has three dimensions: economy, environment, and society and culture. Each dimension some sub-dimensions and some categories of the point to measure, to consider in ICT infrastructures, water, sanitation, drainage, electricity supply. For instance, in the dimension of environment, they work on the environment, the energy, the air quality, water and sanitation, public space and nature. And for all these aspects, they try to define indicators of, for instance, environment. We find environment, the core indicators of environment, how we might measure air pollution, how we might measure drinking water quality, water consumption, wastewater treatment, green areas. In the aspect related to the energy. We have energy core indicators about the renewable energy consumption, electricity consumption, public building energy consumption, and several aspects to measure to know where we are. The U4 is C also defines how to consider the circular economy and the circular potential in cities, considering actions about sharing, recycling, reforesting, reducing, replacing, and digitization. And you should consider what is your city, your town situation in that actions related with buildings, with public space, with natural resources, with this all dimension. You can read about all this aspect of the technology impacting cities in several deliverables, several documents developed for the U4EC about the impact of sensing technologies and Internet of Things in cities, the impact of artificial intelligence and cognitive computing in cities, on the impact of data processing and computation in. Then, to close this, we might summarize that smart cities from a multi-device dataset seek to create a set of services based off information and communication technology which exploit the shared data of municipalities and their citizens in order to improve them a better expression of the municipality closer to their needs. The point is that the city, the town, the territory might and should be smart regardless of their size. And this is not a matter of technology. It is a matter of human intelligence powered by ICT. The town must have a strategy, then establish a plan of a smart initiative integrated. The citizen is the key. And in the international area, there are international initiatives that we might enroll, such as the United for Smart Sustainable Cities, the U4SSC, that serve as a global platforms to advocate for public policy and to encourage the use of information and communication technology to facilitate and ease the transition to smart, sustainable cities. Thanks for your attention.